Now listen. Every living organism passes through definite stages of life cycle. It takes birth, matures, reproduces, and finally dies. Reproduction is one fundamental characteristic of living organism through which species ensure its continuity. It is a biological process in which an organism gives rise to young ones similar to itself. Reproductions perform following functions. First, maintenance life on earth, enable continuity of the species generation after generation. Third, creates genetic variations among populations. Fourth, maintains populations of the young adults and aged persons. Several factors like organisms, habitat, internal physiological and environmental conditions determines how an organism reproduces. Based on the participation on the number of organisms or parents, reproductions can be categorized into two types: asexual reproductions and sexual reproduction. In asexual reproductions, involvement of the one parents or single parents. In asexual reproduction, individuals known as clones because these are morphologically and genetically identical to their parents. There are so many different types of asexual reproduction in organisms. First, we saw the chart. In animals, fission, budding, sporulations, fragmentations. In plants, vegetative propagations. Vegetative propagations are of generally two types: natural as well as artificial mode of reproductions. Artificial mode of reproductions involves cutting, layering, grafting, micropropagations, and natural are based on the conditions. First is on the favorable condition and second unfavorable condition. In animal, binary fissions are divided into two: binary fission and multiple fission. Budding is also internal and external patterns. Let us we see budding in yeast, fission in which a splitting of parent cell into two and more individual cells, by which first division of nucleus and then cytoplasm. Parent cell divided into two equal size of the daughter cell. This is known as daughter cell. Two equal half, and this type of cell division and fission is also known as the binary fission. But in multiple fission, the one cell of the parents divide so many cells, that is also known as the formation of spores. Due to unfavorable conditions, they make a cyst around it, and division of so many cells get favorable conditions burst from here, and all spores are dispersed in air and get favorable condition grow into new young ones, not young ones, new individuals. So this is also known as the multiple fission. Best example, volvox, that is a type of algae, and plasmodium, that is also a type of pathogens. Binary fission, best example, amoeba, bacteria, etc. Second, budding. A small projection come out on the parental body, like that. This is the structures of Hydra. Very simple structures of Hydra. A small projections like grow on the outer surface of the parent's body. This is known as bud. So get favorable condition, grow into new individual. Best example, Hydra in animal and yeast in plant. Third, sporulation, in which formation of spores. Best example, rhizopus, known as bread mold. That is, this is the piece of bread. We found cottony structures on them. We also see there are so many thread-like structures also arise on. Some are also elongated and grow into filamentous structures. This structure is also known as the sporangiophore. On the tips it is also circle and make a sac-like structure. This sac-like structure is also known as the sporangium. Inside the sporangium, so many spores are developed and grow. They get favorable condition, burst it and disperse into air and grow into new individuals. This process is known as sporulation. So best example, rhizopus. Fourth, fragmentations. Any cut parts, development of new ones by the any cut part of parent body. Example, Spirogyra, Paramecium. This is the filamentous structures of Spirogyra. Cut the piece of this. Each piece grow into new young ones. Fifth is vegetative reproductions. Grow new individual grow by any parts of all part of parent body are of generally two types: natural, artificial. Natural, based on condition that is favorable, unfavorable conditions. Favorable conditions: formations of cutting of stems, rhizomes, etc., and unfavorable conditions by the zoospore, conidiospore, conidia, aplanospores, and artificials by first is cutting like stem, leaf, bulb. Stem cutting, China rose, leaf, bryophyllum, and bulb, onion, etc. Layering, there is the layering by example is the jasmine. Third is grafting in two parts. One is also known as estol and second is also known as the scion. That is the upper part of plants, and this is the soil based plant under the soil. And fourth is micro propagation, known as tissue culture. We take the small amount of tissue inside a test tube and keep into a synthetic medium and tie with a cottons and make airtight and left for 4 to 5 weeks. All tissue grow into so many mass of cells, and this mass of cells is also known as the callus. They get favorable conditions and grow into new young ones. Thank you.